Hey guys, we're the Driver Era, and we just released a new record called Girlfriend that we are pretty proud of. We feel like it's pretty bombastic. It's pretty silky and electric. And
We're here to talk about it.
this is our track-by-track video. First track up is Heart of Mine, the first song off the Girlfriend record. I think this is a good way for the album to start.
Yeah.
It kind of kicks it off with some energy, and it kind of introduces you to a lot of what you're going to hear. It's probably the song that connects all the songs together the best.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's just got that groovy guitar lick from yours truly, Rocky Lynch.
Well, I mean,
That'll get you moving.
Hey, and then we get into, somewhat of like a ending little solo,
Oh yeah,
ending little guitar solo vibe
that's right.
by yours truly, Ross Lynch. He's
Champ.
also the fantasy football champ of
2020.
Yeah.
That's right. Heart of Mine is actually the only song we played live off the Girlfriend album to this day.
Yeah. San Diego.
Yeah, we played at this college show.
That was sick, actually.
Yeah, it was super fun.
That was like that show happened, and then like a week later, the tour got canceled.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
Yeah, we were gearing up to go on tour and the
Yeah.
pandemic hit. But this song's kind of funny because there have been a lot of people on social media being like, release Heart of Mine. So, here it is.
Yeah.
Baby, baby, I want you to fall into my arms.
The second track off Girlfriend is called Crazy Baby. And this is a fun one because it was kind of us getting back to singing on the same song. We did a little bit of that earlier on in our career. But this is the first time we've done it as a Driver Era. And I think this song's a wild ride. I think it keeps you entertained throughout, which is pretty fun.
I like that it is the one song on the album. It's like there are two different leads.
Yeah, and we're probably gonna do that more. I feel like since we
Yeah.
broke the wall down, the floodgates are going. Yeah, this one's actually surprisingly a lot of people's favorites too. Like, I just feel like all the people that we've been showing the record to, a lot of people are like, oh, that Crazy Baby song's got something to it.
Yeah.
And it's a fun
Oh.
song too because the pocket is really, it's not
It's
quantized.
kind of wonky.
Yeah,
You know who's saying that was or Dave said that.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of all over the place as far as like rhythm goes, which is really exciting for us because I think one of our just attributes to making music is our sense for pocket, which is kind of why we reference our music sometimes or we make like hip hop references and things like that. Those references are reflected in our sense of pocket. So, and I think this song in particular is a good representation of that. So yeah, when you're listening to it, pay attention to how it throws your neck back. Yeah, exactly.
Oh, listen, me and you are great together, never better, but it's wetter, not the weather.
Leave Me Feeling Confident. It's track 3.
Bang. Bang.
Now we're getting sexy. Now, it's time to grab your girl or your mans and either find a disco ball or a bedroom.
Yeah. Maybe just like pour up a nice glass of wine or something.
Ooh, I like that.
That's wine.
White or red? Sauvignon Blanc.
Yeah, it has like a white
It kind of has white wine. in it,
yeah.
yeah. Or like a rosé, maybe.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm chilled.
Yeah. This song is kind of interesting because we've actually had it for quite some time. And just now was the time that it raised its hand and said, I want to leak your hard drive.
It also has a sax solo by a good friend of ours.
Oh yeah,
Ellington.
Ellington Lee Ratliff.
Old Mountain Sax.
Old Mountain.
It's yeah,
Yeah,
pretty special.
it's silky, smooth, sexy. Quattro.
Oh,
Track Quattro.
good at Spanish now.
Yeah, I'm a pro. Beautiful girl.
Beautiful girl.
Now we're getting into like our more like kind of like dance like I feel like almost punky dance
Yeah.
like grunge vibes.
Yeah.
We're starting to pick the BPM starting to pick back up.
Yeah.
Starting to get some energy, rounding out the middle of the record. And Rocky's singing.
That's true.
It's actually the only song you sing on this record.
Yeah.
On the first half of the record.
Yeah, the first half. Yeah.
How's it feel?
You know,
Do you want to sing more?
You know me. I'm always like. Whenever it comes to singing, it's usually I'm never like trying to like. Oh, I want to sing.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Well, it's
usually
'cause you're not-
because the song comes out or the song happens, and then I'm like, oh, I'm now singing this song, I guess.
Well, I feel like we're both kind of like not really into exhibitionalism. Like
What?
like showing off.
Okay.
We're not really into showing
sure.
off.
Sure.
So sometimes it's hard to like, especially in nowadays world with social media where everyone wants to be famous.
Yeah.
It's almost repelling to us, I think.
Yeah. It's hard to. That is something.
Like, we
it's
don't
kind of
wanna-
weird about singing. Yeah.
Yeah, we don't want to. We're not like the selfie taking, unless I mean I do take selfies, but not in the. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, I take that back. I definitely take selfies, but we're not ones to show off. So, and I think singing is kind of almost in that category.
I totally agree.
But I really like it when you sing,
Thanks,
especially recently, like in Crazy Baby, when we're both just flowing on the track, and then you come up with a melody. Because I think if a melody comes from you, you should be the one to sing it.
Totally.
And I like that we're doing that.
Totally.
Like Afterglow,
Yeah.
I wish you would have sang that chorus.
Right.
Next time.
I like how it turned out.
Yeah, I like how it turned out too, but maybe we'll release like the Rocky version at some point.
Yeah.
Say those things that I never do. I'll be your number one fan.
Track 5 is number one fan. This song, this kind of goes back to like that hip hop cadence that we often reference. Just in like our influences, it's like an undertone of the Driver era is some of that hip hop flow, that hip hop pocket that we really love to be influenced by, and it's also has I think pop potential. Really a strange song. I remember when we were making it, we would just listen to it like 4 or 5 times in a row, just being like, or at least I would. I was just like, I couldn't really understand why I liked it so much. I kind of thought it was weird too. Like I didn't know how
it's-
people would respond
It's
to
definitely
it.
a little like it's weird because it's like it's kind of unorthodox where things that are happening in the song are kind of so it's sometimes a little strange, but then you're like, yo, the song's called Number One Fan, and they're like it's like polar opposites. I
Yeah,
don't know. You know what I mean? Yeah, like they kind
there's
of
a tension
Yeah.
in the meaning and the vibe.
Yeah.
Also with the melody and the chord structures.
Yeah.
There's like a pleasant tension.
Yeah. I feel that.
And I think that's why just had to listen to it over and over again. It honestly gets better the 3rd time around if you want to listen to it 3 times in a row. I'm serious.
My dear, could you look any better? Come a long way from heaven. Angel that she doesn't wear.
It's track 6. It's Heaven Angel. Ooh. Go check out that music video if you haven't.
Yeah.
The music video is pretty tight. it actually turned out like so. It just like blew expectations. I think. Like
Yeah.
out of the water. Like I don't know why.
Well, especially because there's like most things we do, a lot of last minute stuff.
Mhm.
Like that
And
car
we-
was like literally the day before it was like
Mhm.
decided.
And not to toot our own horn, but like we do a lot of work on those days.
Yeah.
Like it's basically us, our cousin Gordy, and then the third member of the driver era, Ryland Lynch, who's our younger brother who lives with us. Literally just like scrambling, just doing anything that needs to be done. No one like we like sometimes bring a few friends to come help out, but yeah, I was a little nervous about that music video. I just think I was tired or something. I don't know, something was going on, but it really turned out great, and I'm really stoked about it. And the song was fun, how it came about, just because it was one of those moments where
Ross was playing acoustic guitar by the fire.
I was playing acoustic guitar by the fire,
That's kind of hilarious.
and it's just one of those things where it just kind of picked me up, and I was like along for the ride as it was happening, and then I was like, "Yo, Rocky, you gotta check this out, bro." Dun, dun. And then in comes that slapping bass line. Like 5 minutes later.
Yeah, that song, production-wise, is fun.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know, anytime you're like throwing 808s in.
The drum change.
Yeah.
The drum changes, I think,
Swap-
is like
yeah,
super
swapping out
cool.
drum sounds is fun. Yeah, 808s literally
Mhm.
always is effective.
Yeah, I think actually this song really does shine on some of our more unorthodox risk taking with production,
Yeah.
and it really paying off in this track specifically.
Yeah, actually, I remember when we first like got to like that drum swap.
Mm-hmm.
We were like, this shit is ham, but like
Mm-hmm.
that's like the point.
Mhm.
That was fun.
Well,
That
you
was
just
a good day.
yeah, it was a great day. I just feel like we like whenever something gets us like headbanging in the studio,
Yeah,
it's gotta stay.
yeah, I agree.
You should call me
Yeah.
when you need a man. Yeah, call me.
I think this is the
Oh, I haven't
biggest
heard the song
sleeper
in a
on the
while.
record.
Yeah,
I just think it's better than people give it credit. I guess no one's really heard it. No, actually, this is Rydell's favorite.
yeah,
She said this one's her
Right.
favorite.
you're right.
Yeah. I don't know. I just think it has a certain charm to it. Got like some
Yeah.
disco vibes.
I don't think I've heard that. I haven't heard that in.
A minute.
It's got to be like a month or two.
Mm-hmm. Do you remember making this one? Oh, you know what? This was one of those songs where I was just like scrolling through my voice memos,
Oh yeah,
and I was like, "Whoa, this is kind of cool."
yeah. I remember that.
And we finished it in like a
And then
day.
we just started hopping on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually. I'll
So this might have been a
curious
few
if
years
that was-
old.
Like, how deep was that?
I can look it up.
At some point, we should beat that.
Yeah, I got it right here. Watch.
Oh, good.
2018.
Is the voice memo.
Yeah, 2018.
All right, so you're on a little vibe. 2018. Just record. Wait.
So 3 years old.
Wait. Let's hear it. Just like it's just a bit. That's right. We were like, yo. Yeah.
Rocky's always in the voice mode, was just like, dude.
That's I was like, ah.
Yeah. Ah.
Oh.
Probably had
Wow.
a joint in your mouth. Ah.
Ah.
Yeah, you go around and you hold me like that, and I couldn't help but love you right back. Yeah, you go.
So now we got the Please Don't Come Around interlude, which basically goes into OMG Please Don't Come Around. This one was made at Mom's house a while ago.
The interlude was?
All of it. The interlude we recorded in Vancouver,
Yeah.
but the track
Oh, okay.
kind of came from Mom's house. with Mom's Piano.
Yeah,
The track was called. Oh no, that's the.
I want to say we cut those vocals in Vancouver too, in your apartment. No.
I don't know.
I think so.
Okay. I thought that was just Take Me Away. And Heart of Mine.
I honestly don't remember. But I remember the piano interlude happening there. And yeah, when we get back around to Take Me Away on this track list, we can revisit Vancouver as well.
This song was kind of about Ryland. And he was going through a tough time in his romantic relationship. And I remember him saying, like, do not come here. Like, please do not come around. Please don't come to my house or something like that. And we literally were just spending every day in our mom's dining room with our little studio setup where she had a piano. And yeah, that's kind of where the influence came from. And just in the airport recently, and some random person came up to me and was like, that song is my jam.
Oh, sick.
I love hearing that. It was very nice to hear.
We go one night to another stranger. Come knocking down my door.
Don't. Places.
I like this song.
I love this song. Gus loves this song. It's probably his favorite song from us.
I like when we did this song at the Paced Acoustic thing. Kind of sick. Just like, I don't know, when it, like, have a keyboard and acoustic. Kind of cool. Well, I mean, you know, Places is just it's about confusion, honestly.
Did like tour influence that at all?
No,
you go to a lot of
because
different
we
places on
weren't.
tour.
Well, I mean, okay, you know, at some point you write a song and you're like, oh, okay, this like, you know, a line comes out or whatever. You say this little line, and you're like, oh, that's kind of like obviously has other meaning that doesn't necessarily like relate to the situation, but it like sounds nice and kind of cool, like in your own places.
Mm-hmm.
But it also, so yeah, in general, that easily basically relates to I'm touring and all this, and
Yeah.
I'm leaving the country or whatever.
You know what it kind of
So,
sounds
yeah.
like too? Like, it's almost like, how does this girl get me to do all this shit for her? Or like you're just like, it sounds like you're mesmerized by this person, and she's just getting you to do whatever she wants you to do.
Yeah, I mean,
Which sometimes happens in relationships. You're
Yeah.
just like, I'll do anything. Baby, I love you. That's kind of what it sounds like.
yeah.
I like that song. a
Yeah,
lot.
basically.
Good shit.
Thanks.
Good shit. It's a good one.
It's just a curve upon the lips, the hips, just the satisfaction of the twist, nothing the matter with the kiss, nothing the matter.
This one should say featuring Ellington Ratliff, because he really did a lot of good work on this song.
Yeah.
Miss you, bro. This one's a fun
This
one.
one, this is like one of those songs, like when we were doing the in-studio live taping, once we started playing this, I was like quickly reminded, like I was like, oh, this song has so, like, just, it's got legs, it obviously is you know, a moving song, but on throughout, not just speed, it has, like, it's a slugger. Yeah, it goes. And live, especially, it's just like, fuck.
What's weird though is we actually wrote this song in maybe the worst time of my life. Actually, hate to go negative on it, but yeah, it was a really hard time, and I was really lost actually. And I did have a few of my friends call me out on it, which is why the verses say that.
It's also kind of funny.
So I was like, fuck you.
In this song, which we talked about before, but it's kind of funny that Ellington and I
Oh, yeah!
We're making the song, and at the same time, we all happen to have some form of feelings for a girl that had previously, had feelings for one of our homies, or like what some variation of that.
Yeah. Yep.
And then again, that song came out, and we're working on the song. We're not really seeing Ellington often, but he's working on it. We're working on it, and all of a sudden, the song is what it is. It's just kind of like, oh, it's funny. We all like,
All three of us.
yeah.
We're in that same
And
situation.
you're like, oh, here's the song.
Yeah.
And we didn't like talk about it. Like, it wasn't like we're like, oh, let's sit down and write a song about liking someone else's girl or whatever.
Or,
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't like,
or just a girl that had previous relations
Yeah.
with a homie.
yeah. Because it's
Yeah.
not in a.
It wasn't intentional.
Yeah, it's not in a. I'm in love with someone else's girl.
Right,
You
right.
rock my world. You
Right.
know, it's not that.
It was like, it's just a kiss.
Yeah. You know,
It's just a kiss.
You know, I was quoting, right?
What? Say it again.
I said, it's not, I'm in love with someone else's girl, you rock my world.
Is that an R5 song?
Yeah. Want you back.
Oh, yeah. Want you back. Shout out to E-Man and Evan.
I like that track. That was a good track.
Yeah. I missed them. Evan actually hit me up and was like, yo, let's grab coffee.
Really?
Yeah, we should go hang out with him.
I'll be down.
He wrote Halo by Beyonce.
Yeah. And Want You Bad by R5.
That's right.
Two,
And Classic by
two,
MKTO.
3 huge hits.
Bop. Bop.
It's all just gonna fade away. We're all just gonna fade one day.
Okay, a lot of people don't know this, but Fade is actually a major throwback.
Yeah.
It's actually like kind of the first Driver era song ever. Literally.
Yeah, because it started in that
In
Port Ranch. Yeah.
Some time ago. And I remember like Ellington was there and there were some other people there living in the house, but for some reason like this was just Rocky and I's song.
Yeah.
Like we were just like,
I think Ellington did some synths, if I remember.
oh okay.
Or he did like he did a line, yeah. Some like
That
he was
thing.
like, yo, I'm hearing something, and he came with that in.
I think you're right. But this was actually like one of the first songs that like we found that little loop thing,
Yeah.
and then wrote the song in a day, which doesn't always happen for us.
Yeah, it's because that was one of those times where I was working on the track and you were just right behind me, just kind of vibing melodies and whatnot. And instead of like stopping, we just kept going.
Yeah, that was the
That
first
was, like,
time.
Literally, we just didn't stop.
Yeah, I think it was the first time. It was a big step for me because it was the first time I didn't wait for someone's validation to say that was the part.
Yeah.
Like with like just all the lyric.
Which I think is tight.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah. It was just the first time that I was like, that I guess this is that this is the song, and it worked out.
Fade, I've always been a fan of freaking bridge synth.
Mm-hmm.
I really like synths in general.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think we like having fun with synths. Like synths are like good things that we're like, you can do stuff with them where it's like, oh yo, there's like this sound and it kind of like can grab your ear.
Mhm.
And yeah, that specific sound, I like a lot.
I agree with you that synthesizers create a world,
Yeah.
especially for the Driver era.
Yeah, they have.
It's like the aesthetic that is the Driver era. In a lot of ways, but obviously I think, I mean, if we're gonna say like what we're known for, I'd say it would be like low end.
Yeah, bass. Yeah, honestly, like kick and bass,
Yeah.
kick and bass and synth, and then like
Honestly, too-
occasionally like a funk guitar-esque thing.
Yeah, and I've heard in interviews recently. I'm just quoting it because I like it. They like people have been saying recently. They're like, You guys just have like classic vibes,
So,
and I really like that. I think that's super dope.
I like that.
So fill my cup up till I feel love. Wait, there's too much. Now I'm fucked up. Yeah, I'm past buzz. Soon I'll re-up before.
My cup up.
Flash Drive. Oh, someone else was saying something funny about that song too. It was in an interview. That In-Rock guy. He was like, and then he said something like, he was like, and then Flash Drive just sounds like you're super fucked up, or he like
Oh,
says
yeah.
something, like I can't remember what he said.
I like that
Uh,
guy.
Flash Drive also is a synth. To me, the synth part as well was always grabbing from the intro synth because that progression just carries along. But that, along with the little like vocal affected pitch thing on the little like pre-chorus vibe,
Mm-hmm.
I always was like, oh, this is something,
I love that.
something like sick.
I really like the
Yeah, like
thing
take-up
too.
thing.
It almost has a drop.
Yeah. Yeah,
Like the
a
chorus
drop
is-
and then
is
just
like a drop.
Oh. Yeah.
Yeah, it's really nice. Weren't you and Rylan going on like a lot of benders at that time?
Yeah, that was definitely the most. Yeah, I mean that song, we're talking about kind of older songs. That song, yeah, is probably
Like you guys were in a
somewhat
party
older,
mode.
and it was you were in Vancouver,
Mhm.
and Ryland and I. There was like
You guys were tearing it
there's
up.
a bit of some partying going on, and I think that song definitely reflects that. Yeah, there's like
Good
no way to
work.
put it.
Doing good work out there in the party scene.
Yeah,
And it's influencing the
you got to do
music.
some research.
Yeah, that's
You gotta
right.
do research, and
Doesn't
then you
get much
gotta
better than that.
put the work in after,
That's right.
and that's Flash Drive.
Sometimes when you are hungover, you can make good music.
Yeah, because you're not thinking as much.
I'm not saying all the time,
Yeah.
just sometimes.
Come on, take me away.
This song is all about my reluctance to leave Vancouver because although a lot of people on the show thought we were going to come back, I kind of knew we weren't. And it was a really sweet time in my life. Really fond memories of that whole the city and the people. And first of all, I think it's probably one of the greatest cities in the world. And I just had such a great time building those relationships, and I learned a lot. So I was like, all right, I guess it's over now. It's kind of what that song's about for me. And we made it in Vancouver.
Yeah, we started in Vancouver. I think did probably like 80% of it in Vancouver, maybe even like 90% of it. But I remember, I feel like this sometimes happens, like for if you're trying to do anything creative. I think sometimes you get to a point where you're like maybe you like panic a little, and you're like not as like whatever. Maybe you haven't like made it like worked on something for like a couple weeks, or made something new for a couple weeks, and you're almost like you like a little bottled
Do I
up.
still have it?
Yeah, and then I remember taking away. I was a little bit in that feeling prior to like anything coming about, and I just remember being in that your second apartment. Like I don't remember exactly how we got it, like the initial start of it, but once something was going and like we were like clicking on it, I remember it was just like that, like release of like,
Yo.
oh, here's something again. Hey,
I remember that feeling.
Uh,
Because the piano bit at the end, I remember we were talking about it. It was like, how do I say this? It felt like it felt like a song to our other songs that were incomplete.
oh, I remember that. I remember having that conversation.
Yeah, and you know what I'm saying? It was like sad.
Yeah, the end, the little notes at the end, like the
Mhm.
chord change. Yeah, I remember that. That was crazy, actually.
Right?
Yeah.
Did I say it clearly enough?
Yeah, no. I believe so.
And then we had a piano in my apartment, and that's where a lot of those piano things come from. But yeah, I remember that feeling you're talking about. It was like this weird
Yeah, it's also like,
sadness.
yeah, like I hadn't seen you in a second. You're working. I come to Vancouver. I don't really know what we're just kind of like, hey, like I'm coming. Obviously, we'll maybe like mess around with some stuff. I know you're working. So the vibe is just kind of like, yeah, like I'm here, like whatever. And so then when you do finally, get to something where you're like, oh, this feels nice. You're just like, this feels nice.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It's like a full swap.
Mm-hmm.
And prior, you're like, we gotta find something. To make.
Mm-hmm. And then you get that feeling,
Yeah.
and you're like, this can't change. You know,
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
when we
like-
get that thing in the track.
There
and
is.
It's like sometimes it has a few mistakes in it,
Yeah.
but for some reason
You'll-
it's perfect and you just can't touch
They're
it.
happy mistakes. As
Yeah.
Bob Ross would say.
Exactly.
He loves saying that. He's like, or he says something. Yeah, he says that happy mistakes.
Also, that guitar solo just fucking rips. Especially in the music video.
That was fun.
Literally, like it comes up and you just want to scream at whatever you're watching it on.
It's too late to forever always, to forever always, to forever always.
To end the record, we have Forever Always.
It kind of makes sense.
That's such a sick album closer. Take Me Away, Forever Always.
Oh wow, I didn't even think of that. That's nice.
Sick.
I like that.
We're
Like
good
that.
at this, dude.
Maybe we'll keep making music for a sec.
I pretty much think it's a lifetime commitment.
Oh.
I'm gonna be honest with you.
Forever Always. It's funny. So many of my songs, they're all like they seem like relationship struggle vibe, and I think it's because, which I was even saying this at a birthday party the other night. Someone was talking about love and just relationships, and I was like, like. I think that is where I experience a little more. I don't know, just like I said this earlier, but confusion. And so Forever Always is like a it is a bit of like a pessimistic view towards like a relationship or like someone's relationship. I wasn't even in a relationship at the time. I was just like, this was what I was like seeing and experiencing, but.
Well, surprisingly, a lot of our family were getting married at that time, right?
That might have been right around when Reich was like maybe
Getting
turning on.
engaged and stuff.
Yeah, and like none of that. Actually, yeah, I think you're right. I think that was right around Reicher's wedding. And it
Yeah.
wasn't at all obviously like directed towards that. It's just
Well, we've definitely had our conversations about monogamy
yeah.
and how it's definitely interesting.
Yeah.
I've probably changed my views since that
Yeah,
conversation. but-
I feel like Forever Always is it's just only one side of a two-sided situation, and so you're just missing all like the potential of like maybe good. I think it's just like oh yeah, this is all probably what's happening, and why should we do this? It's like almost kind of how like it ends up, but maybe that's what's kind of, or I think that's what maybe is kind of special about it is it is so one-sided.
Mm.
I don't know. Yeah.
I really like, I don't know like what kind of progression or like how you would even describe it, but that like half note, that half step up. To forever
Oh.
always.
Yeah.
I really like that. I think that is what makes this song totally unique. Fuck it. Like melodically.
Yeah.
Obviously, the concept is also very. It's to me unique too. But like when you first hear the song and you hear that half step, you're just like, what was that? Whoa. It's a special sauce.
Sick.
Anyways,
Sauce.
That was our track by track
Yeah.
for our record Girlfriend. If you haven't listened to it, definitely go check it out. We put a lot of love into it. Yeah, we're gonna keep on cranking out the tunes, so
We're starting
stay
on the
tuned.
next one right now.
And we hope to see you on tour. We are going to be touring probably for the rest of our lives. So see you then.